Today we are gonna see one tool which is like a SQL client. The great part of this tool would be that it can connect to multiple, databases, um, and other types of NoSQL databases as well. So let's see that without wasting time, without me telling you anything. Let's see what it is. Yeah, the name is Dbeaver. I really liked it. So yeah, so this is a multi-platform database tool, right? So that is the reason, right? So it can connect to many databases and NoSQL databases. It's like one SQL client for most of the database softwares. No, it's really good tools for particularly students who are in college or who want to practice databases, because nowadays learning just one database is not sufficient. In no system is just built completely using one databases. These days we have database data lying in multiple disparate data source systems. We have data in flat files, we have data in NoSQL databases like Cassandra or maybe MongoDB. Data is coming from various systems. Those systems can generate data in the form of files of various different formats. And finally there could be some data in relational format. Basically, if I have to say, if there is 100% of the data, I would say today only 30 to 40% is in relational, but most of your data is there in non-relational format. So you need some SQL client or the which can actually connect to multiple types of databases, and more importantly non-relational databases as well, which is why I like this tool, because I found on the internet it is free and it connects to multiple databases. And other than that, one more advantage that I found is like it connects to your open source databases like MySQL, MariaDB, MongoDB, uh, PostgreSQL, those databases which you can completely easily install on your laptop, Mac OS, Windows operating system, maybe Linux. Easily you can install and learn the the learn the SQL and various data management activities, tasks, not just SQL, but just to completely learn how a database management system works, basically, right? uh, so let's see what this tool does. Basically, what are the advantages this tool does. So yeah, so let me tell you a quick brief about this. So this tool, this is a SQL client. This tool has one enterprise version as well, which is paid version. And um, and and actually the connectivity to the NoSQL databases comes only in enterprise version. So that's what we have to keep in mind, right? So let's see. Let's um, explore this a bit more. So there are a couple of notes that are written as part of this release 5.13 of Dbeaver. You can read like multi-database support, visualization, read only columns and grid headers. I'm just reading a couple of ones which is catching my eyes right now. But let's see. Let's go to the actual site of it. Let's go to the download page where they have download. Okay, so here you have like one community edition and one enterprise edition. The enterprise edition only supports these your NoSQL databases. Um, and it has some additional plugins also for JSON for viewer and editor, and query manager, database, and some office formats also. You can export data in the form of XLS. um, a lot of other plugins are there. Let's not go to enterprise edition right now. Let's see. So based on your operating system, you can download the software from this page, but what I am looking out for is mhm, let's go to the about page. Yeah, so in this features, right, in this page you have all the features listed over here, like what you have basically in the tool, in the entire enterprise edition, what all the things that you will get as per the current version that they have right now. So they have SQL Editor, which is mostly in you'll find in all the SQL clients, which is why you have the SQL client. Data viewer you find in most of them. Data metadata search, fine. Database structure compare, fine, they have it. Data transfer export import functionality, they have it. They have diagram functionality, good. Like you also have it in MySQL Workbench also, and also in other softwares. So query manager, you have query manager. Now they have support for different databases: MySQL, Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, Firebird, Vertica, Informix, WMI. Now as part of enterprise edition, MongoDB Cassandra is also there. Good, good. So let's go to no, here. Let's not go here. Yeah, you could have come from there also, right? Yeah. So let's see the enterprise edition now. What they have. Sorry. Um, yeah. So this is the site to download the enterprise edition. Basically, here we will see what are all the things that they have in total if you go ahead and buy the enterprise edition, and what is basically the cost of the enterprise edition, right? Uh, so let's see. Uh, they have software for all the three operating system: Mac OS, Windows, and Linux, right? They have Eclipse plugin also, that can be downloaded from Eclipse Marketplace. The product. Let's go to the main features. So main features, as I already mentioned: connection manager, data viewer and editor. You can edit the data on the fly. They have metadata browser, wherein you can browse through the entire database and see the the metadata related to various objects in your database. It has easy export import functionality. It has visual representation in the form of diagram of the entire database and the relationships. You can analyze the data using this diagram, right? You have SQL editor, fine. You have metadata search, data and metadata search functionality, and database structure comparing as well. So this is it in terms of the features. Now let's see the enterprise features as well. So in enterprise feature, you get to see NoSQL and big data databases such as MongoDB, Apache, Cassandra, Redis, Apache Hive, right? And you can see, right? So you have Visual Query Builder also, for you know you can build your query in the form of a visual diagram, so that like if you are a little less comfortable in writing the query by itself, you can have just visual diagram of all the tables and whatever conditions that you want to implement, and it will generate the query for you from that visual diagram. Other than that, advanced security, all in one, mock data, fine. These are not like the deal breakers, but at least these are good to have tools. The one that I really liked as part of the enterprise edition is the support for NoSQL and big data databases, which is really good. Now what we want to do is, yeah, now the pricing part of it basically. So the pricing, uh, if you are taking trial version, the trial version will last for 2 weeks and it has no cost involved, right? You can get the enterprise edition, there's no cost involved. But what if you want to buy it, because in the community edition you will be having usual functionalities like support for multiple databases, uh, which I think it doesn't serve the purpose, because if you have to get the community edition, then there are other options as well which can be looked upon. I'll just come over that, but let's go for the enterprise edition. Now the enterprise edition has a cost of $99 per year. It's a subscription based pricing basically. So every year you'll have to pay $99 if you want to buy the enterprise edition, I think. And yeah, features are fine, features are good, it's good UI. But I'm not sure if this price is justified, $99 per year. If you have really commercial use out of it, only then it makes sense. Otherwise, no, I would say no, big no to it. Now let's come to the community edition. Community edition gives you whatever they have mentioned, right? So data editing, workbench, SQL editor, where is that, data editing, and then SQL development, all that functionality, you know yeah, I mean it's fine, but uh, for that I think I can show you another one which can do the job. I think which can do the job even better, because that will have some NoSQL data or columnar database, so to say, uh, support in it. I'll just show you. Squirrel DB. Yep, SQL client. Yeah, sorry, I mistyped the name, but you found it. It is SQL 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 client, which is also a very good one. I found it good. Let me open the Wikipedia page of it, and you'll be able to see. So what it does basically, it has also support for almost all the relational databases which you would need, like MySQL, Postgres are more common. Other than that, you can have support for Teradata and Oracle as well. But I would advise in a single standalone system you can go ahead with MySQL and Postgres. As far as learning and small scale prototype, your college and school projects are concerned, you can go ahead with that. Other than that, I was talking about the columnar or NoSQL database, like MongoDB is here, which it has support for MongoDB, which is a columnar database. Other than that, any other, ClickHouse is there. It is also a column oriented database, right? So these are the two I can spot right now. Netija is also there. It's not columnar, but yeah, it's also a big database. Uh, that is there. It has support for Vertica, also analytic database. So it has pretty much support for everything, and the good part of it is it's free. So as far as learning is concerned, this can be used. But yeah, because in the marketplace Cassandra and MongoDB are more prevalent, and their installs and tutorials are more common out there on YouTube. So for them, ideally, this product should also have had at least some support in community edition for NoSQL database, but let's see. So these are my two picks that I for as far as SQL client is concerned. I liked both of them, Dbeaver, and if you want to see, right, so you can go and see this SQL product also, Squirrel SQL product also in its site. You have this download page also. You can go, and it is also available for Mac. You can just download the jar. The SourceForge site is there, and you can download it and install it. That's not a problem, right? Let me quickly show you how the UI of Dbeaver looks like. Just I'll show you the UI of it. uh, so I've installed the community edition. I was just going through it and exploring it, and was, looking into it, and I was trying to figure out how it is. I really liked it though. So starting it'll take some time, maybe some time. It's all in all full database manager. That's what they say, universal database manager. It's really good if you get the full version of it. Okay, let's see. So here it is, the database that I have created, right? It is connected also. You can open the Postgres database. So this is how the look and feel of this basically is, right? So you can open the schemas. Inside the schema you have public, and then you have tables, and inside that there are a couple of tables that I've created. You can go and see each of those tables. So these tables have two columns, any constraints, foreign key, indexes, everything. So it has two columns. If you just wanna see the diagram of it, it is showing here. If you have multiple tables in this particular database, like suppose if I go to database, right, and now if I wanna mm, 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 how would I see the diagram of it? I'll hire DBs. Okay, yeah. So if I see all the tables inside that, I can see the diagram of all the tables inside that database. So if I have relationship between all these tables, I can see it and analyze it. What is the relationship that the tables bear among each other, and based on that, I can write queries and form my queries better. So this is the overall look and feel of this particular software. I liked it, but there has to be some support, some NoSQL DB support should have been there to explore that as well, because relation is all, we are all fine. We can use MySQL Workbench, PHP MyAdmin. There are too many things which are already there, SQL Developer, Toad, and all that, which you are familiar with one relational database, you are familiar with most of them. So that's not a big deal. The challenge these days, whoever wants to build a career in data management or analytics field, he has to understand multiple data sources. So if you need a tool which can actually support you and lets you learn multiple types of databases. With this, I will close this review of this particular tool. I really liked it. People should use it. At least anyone who is in college can learn multiple databases in their local system using this tool. This is really a very good tool. It has a lot of things. I'm not sure if I've shown you correct completely, but you can let me show you a bit of more. You can have SQL editor also. You can open it. I think you can write your queries over here. Suppose if I write just a basic select star from it auto suggests also what can come, right? So like it will give you whatever tables that are there in your database. You can just quickly run. We'll just quickly run it and see where is the run here. Yeah, here it is run. See, there are two records. So you can easily there is a SQL editor and there is a data viewer also. You can quickly on the fly edit the data. Suppose if I write Vivek over here, and that's it, we're done. You can just save it. So it's really a very good database. That's what I felt. Let me know your opinion about it. But it's really good. I mean, I didn't have anything when I was in college like this. It is, I think, launched in 2017 only. Let's check. No, let's check. Let's check its wiki page. So yeah, the initial release was in 2010, not very old, right? But it's really a good SQL client. You can definitely give it a try. It's wonderful. Uh, Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.